Okay, so now we're going to look at what happens when a new investor comes in and we need to transition their portfolio into the direct index that we just created. So we're going to go to transition portfolio and you'll see there are multiple different options for transition. So let's run through some of those. So say now we have an existing portfolio. We're going to upload one right now, but this can be imported directly through our connection to your back office. And then we have the target index. So we uploaded the current portfolio and the target index. And we're going to use the same one that we actually created earlier, which is the SPY ESG focus. And we're going to allocate it based on the market weights. Right? Now we can apply multiple different options to that transition. Set the long-term tax rate, short-term tax rate, and let's do about 3 years of forecast and a level of optimization. We have two different levels of optimization that we support, level 1 and level 2. Level 1 is a much more basic optimization, which really just focuses on transitioning your portfolio from the source to the destination while making it as tax efficient as possible. Level 2 also looks at minimizing the overall tracking error of the transition itself. And we're going to look at how we accomplish this. So now we can create scenarios. Let's say we have one scenario, which is scenario 1, and we're going to call this a full conversion, right? With zero max realized gains, and we're going to say, hey, hold on to this particular ticker, don't transition it. We're going to add another scenario, and we're going to say, hey, we're going to just convert this at a max realized gains of $50,000. And then we're going to add a third scenario, which is a max realized gains of 50K, but with L2 optimization. And then we just go ahead and kick it off. So level 2 optimization is a lot more compute intensive, and that is why it takes a bit more time. So we're going to go to an existing optimization scenario that we already did. Exactly the same scenario, full conversion, max 50K and max 50K L2. And now we can compare how that transition is going to happen over time. Year 1, year 2, and how the tracking error, estimated tracking error curves over time. We can dive down deeper into each of the scenarios, but the first thing to realize is the full conversion is about 6 basis points. But the tracking error for the max 50K at level 1 optimization was about 2.24%, and the tracking error for level 2 optimization with the exact same constraints was down to just 0.9%. This just shows how much more efficient level 2 optimization is over level 1 optimization. And we can dive down specifically into the details of each of these scenarios. We can look at a capital drift, a tax rate, the net P&L, and then look at the forecast as well as the specific transfers that are taking place. So for example, APD is being transferred as is, but there are additional purchases that happen for Apple and other stocks and across the entire transition portfolio. And then what we can also do is go ahead and enter some notes. Save it, and then download it or print it to send directly to our advisors and the investors, showing them the value of transitioning in one scenario or the other and the overall impact each scenario would have to their capital gains during transition.